Welcome back. I've got a great video today showing some of the amazing improvements that Tesla's FSD has undergone under version 12.3.2.1. First off, just a quick warning that the first part of this video has the camera a bit off. I just want to apologize for that. But I wanted to share this content with you regardless because of the observations on the improved performance. Some of the improvements you will see cover proactive lane changes and signaling before turns, high traffic lane changes, and adaptive speed control improvements. Okay, we're going to get up to a four-way stop sign here. This is usually a pretty high traffic four-way stop, so let's see how FSD manages that. Gradually goes into the braking motion, signaling well in advance. You can see there's cars on the left and the right. Waiting its turn, starting to move forward. Oh, as you can see, it's slowing down there. There's a car on the left that looked like it was maybe going to try to advance, but it didn't. FSD waited for it to pass. And now look at it accelerate. Actually, this is pretty curious because the speed here on this road is 50 kilometers an hour, and it accelerated quickly up to about 68, which is a little bit aggressive, but it's scaled it back now, which is fine. I would usually drive around the speed maybe a little bit slower, but because I have it on adaptive speed control, it's probably just managing the flow of traffic. So now it's dropped down to 61. So that's okay. That's very natural behavior. I'm going to monitor that continuously though, because I want to see if I make that change again, will it accelerate up to 68 or will it accelerate to a slower speed? We're going to be getting up to a left turn here, and this is going to be something that I really want to take a quick look at. FSD has had huge issues with getting into this left turn lane, usually getting in very, very late. As you can see already, we see improvements. It's signaled already, and it's doing a nice gradual move into the left turn lane. It never did that before on previous versions. You see where my car is right now? That's usually where it would try to sneak into the lane at the last minute. It was very jarring and it was quite dangerous actually. But it did a fantastic job there. So that's a definite improvement on the version 12. Doing the left turn here. Nice and gradual. Speed is good. And let's see how quickly it accelerates once it straightens out. And if you see the speedometer there, yep, quickly picking up there to over 70 kilometers an hour. Now the speed limit on this road is 70. So it did a very good job with that. Okay, moving ahead now. So you can see there's a lot more traffic on the road in both directions. Both lanes I'm driving on have a lot of vehicles there. My next turn is still a couple of kilometers away. It's going to be a left turn. Let's see if FSD keeps me in this lane or if it moves me into the right lane if it sees that the flow of traffic is moving. I am driving in average mode right now, so there's enough assertiveness there that it may move into the right lane if this left lane slows down. As you can see, it's trying to move over into that right lane. It's going to have to stop because there's some vehicles in the right lane that are moving ahead, and now it makes the turn. But if you see, it actually did that turn through the stoplight, which is not advisable. That's not a best practice for driving there. That's definitely maybe too human driving behavior, but FSD saw its spot and went for it there. So something that I will mark down to see if it continues to do that in the future. Again, a lot of congestion in both lanes. We're going to have to get into the left turn lane. I'm just going to speed it up here, and we'll see when FSD decides to move into the left lane. Hopefully it does it well in advance before the left turn coming up, which is about 1 kilometer away. Okay, slowing down here to real time. FSD's making its move to the left lane, which is good. You see, it did it very comfortably there. It did get spooked by that vehicle. Even though that vehicle wasn't too far in front of us, FSD didn't do any sharp braking. It was a nice gradual move to the left lane, and that's a definite enhancement of version 12. Great job with that. Okay, we're going to be coming up to that left turn soon. This intersection usually gets pretty congested as well, so let's see what scenario pops up here. Okay, gonna have to get into a left turn lane soon. Traffic is slowing down. So you can see we've got a vehicle there on the left that's trying to get in front of me. FSD wants to get into that lane. Let's see what it does. It's slowing down appropriately. Nice and smooth. passes the vehicle, and look at that, it's actually getting into the left turn lane before the dotted lines open up, which is fantastic. It never did that before. It would get in at the last minute, and that was very natural and very smooth, and as a result it was able to comfortably and confidently get into that left turn lane. So that was fantastic. That's a definite improvement on version 12 of FSD. Right, we're going to wait for the vehicles in front to pass. Light's going to be turning here, so the car's going to have to move. Light's turning. Should be moving by now. There's no traffic coming up, and now it's gunning it. There we go. Very quick, very good with that. And immediately moving into the right lane, signaling and moving into the right lane. And that's another definite improvement on FSD version 12. Is that it really gets ahead of those lane changes. My next turn is going to be a right turn if you look on my map, and FSD did great acceleration on that turn and an immediate proactive move into the right lane, so great job with that. Alright, as we get to this right turn coming up, let's monitor the speed to see if it gradually slows. Again, driving 60, the flow of traffic comfortably. Doing a great job so far on this drive. Okay, we're going to be coming up to our right turn. Let's see when it starts signaling. Alright, there's the signal. Again, well in advance, much improved from version 11. Car slowing down nice and gradually, down into the 30s, making the turn. Nice and smooth, good job. Now, this street is about 40 kilometers an hour. You can see FSD's quickly accelerated up to about 47. Which is fine, and now it will slow down a little bit. Okay, we're going to move ahead a little bit, and the next turn here is going to be onto a private driveway that's going to lead into the observatory that I'm going to be visiting. All right, we have a vehicle here on the left, and we have a pedestrian here on the left. FSD is slowing down. It has to turn left here. It's signaling. It's determining the intent of the pedestrian, sees that they're not crossing, slowly moves in there. Now, if you see, there's a speed limit sign there for 20 kilometers an hour, but FSD doesn't pick that up. And what it's going to do now is drive on the adaptive speed control, and it's doing an amazing job here. You can see it's driving about 18 kilometers an hour. We've got a very slow, winding private driveway here. So FSD is managing that very, very well. Slows down when it sees these hikers in front of us crossing the road. Good job there. Excellent job there. Very safe. All right, it's slowly moving forward. If you look at the speedometer, it's pushed it up to about 12, 13. It's doing analysis, determining if there's going to be any more pedestrians. Let's see how long it takes before it starts picking up the speed again. All right, and there you go. Speed picks up to over 20. Sees no pedestrians, doesn't see any issues. Getting close to our destination, and there we go. Well, we see a pedestrian there, but they are on the left side. Let's see if FSD will slow down at all. And no, just comfortably goes by them. You know, that's actually an improvement on previous versions. It would see a pedestrian and really slow down, but this pedestrian was obviously on the other side, didn't have any intent to cross in front of me, so FSD just proceeded. So fantastic job. All in all, I would say that was a fantastic, great job on the initial drive here, so I will give it 2 thumbs up on that. Alright, on the last part of this drive, you can see I've fixed the camera, so thank you for bearing with me on that. We are going to be leaving the observatory, and we are going to be going down that private driveway again. So let's see how it manages the speed there. So you can see it's going about 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, up to 27 kilometers an hour. But now it sees that it's starting to wind up ahead, so the adaptive speed control is going to slow that down. All right, picking up the speed again a little bit. We're around 26, 27. Again, not seeing many pedestrians in front of us. There's some there. Again, but they're well out of the way. FSD doesn't sense any issues with pedestrian danger, so it proceeds. Okay, we're going to go through a little bit of a twist here as we get to the end of the driveway. Let's look at the speed. We're at 28, and now it's nicely slowing down. Nice turn there. Good job. All right. Now this is going to be turning right here, but this is going to be a bit of a hidden left. Can't see well, so the car's going to have to creep up. There is a vehicle behind me right now. So FSD is going to go, accelerate, immediately get around these vehicles on the right. We have a vehicle that's oncoming here. It's a little bit tight. FSD, as you can see, the speedometer goes to about 29 on this 40 road. And now that the road is clear, it's going to pick up the speed again. Again, we have a vehicle parked on the right there, so FSD is managing the speed appropriately. Staying there in the 30s. Let's see if it picks up the speed now. It moves over to the right. Slowly moving up in speed. See another parked car there on the right, so it's not really having any need to gun it. It's driving at the speed limit. I'm doing it comfortably right now. Again, these are streets with houses on it, so it should be managing the speed well. Some pedestrians there behind, no issues, comfortably go around. Alright, now past those vehicles, still driving around 39, 40 right at the speed limit. No need to go faster than that. We have one more parked car coming up on the right. You see the speed is accelerated to about 44. We have one pedestrian there, slowed down to 41 to account for the pedestrian. We have an oncoming vehicle. You can see FSD there tight. It's tight. It slowed it down automatically to 20. No issues with that. It was being cautious. Fantastic job with that. And the speed quickly goes back up to the high 30s. And we get to the end of this street. Alright, let's see how it manages the right turn here. Nice gradual stop. Looking on the left, we've got some speeding vehicles coming on the left. FSD is going to wait for them. Alright, that vehicle's passed. Now let's take a look at the acceleration, and wow, we went from under 20 to 60, well, almost 70 right there, just in a couple of seconds. Fantastic job with that. And immediately move into the left lane. Fantastic job. Okay, I'm going to move ahead here because FSD was doing an amazing job managing the lanes and the traffic. Nothing too interesting to see there. We are going to be approaching a left turn at a major intersection. Let's see how FSD manages that. Slowing down. As you can see, there's lots of traffic here. The left turn lane is opened up. FSD will slip into there. Good job. Nothing too jarring. As you can see, lots of traffic here. Lots of oncoming traffic here. So let's see what happens when the light goes. The road ahead of us is winding, so those oncoming vehicles will be coming pretty fast and could be coming not straight at us. So let's see how it manages that. For some reason, the wheel is turned a bit to the right here. Now we're moving forward. The wheel straightens out. Okay, the car in front of us looks like it's gonna go. Looks like there's gonna be an open spot for it to go. You can see the traffic coming towards us is quite fast. Previously, FSD might have had issues with that. Would have been unsure. Okay, moving forward. All right, and now it's gunning it. It's doing a nice aggressive left turn there. There was oncoming traffic that was coming at us quite quickly, but FSD was able to manage that and make an assertive left turn there. So fantastic job with that. Immediately gets into the right lane, which is amazing. As you can see on my map, my destination is going to be on the right side. We have a car here slowing down. FSD doesn't do any harsh braking there. It sees that the car is slowly moving out of the way, comfortably moves past it. So great job there. Let's see how it goes into the private driveway at the strip plaza that I'm going to be arriving at in a couple of seconds. All right, we are arriving at the plaza. Car is slowing down nice and comfortably. Nothing too aggressive. Nice, confident right turn into the plaza. Great job here. Excellent. As we let the Tesla Park on Tap take over, I wanted to thank you for joining me on this drive today. As you can see, version 12 of FSD has great improvements in smoothness, lane signaling, and lane changes. It drives much more human. Sometimes it drives a little bit too human, as was the case at the lane change through the intersection. I was also really impressed with the adaptive speed control and how it managed that private driveway. Please feel free to leave any comments below. I love looking at them and responding to them and hearing how your experiences are with FSD. And I'm also happy to answer any questions for those of you who do not use FSD at the moment. Thanks again. You all drive safe, and I'll see you on the roads.